I have a couple of off-putting and just outright weird clips of Marjorie Taylor Greene doing what I can only assume she considers to be politics, not only calling out her fellow Republicans, but doing some odd things with the Trump cutout, and I thought it would make a fascinating clip to look into what's going on in MAGAville, so let's start with her drastic call out of her fellow Republicans.
Right now, today, we should be voting to impeach Joe Biden because of the invasion in the United States. Oh, but no, none of that is happening up here in Washington, D.C., because Republicans continually have their head up their ass and can't figure out how to actually use the power that the people gave us. This is a new time in America, and I am so fed up, Steve. I am so fed up. I am so sick of it because I know people at home are sick of it. People are sick and tired of a feckless, useless Republican Party that never does a damn thing to stop any of this.
This clip really shows what her focus is. It's more about getting revenge for what's happening to Trump than passing anything meaningful. She's saying it clear as day right here. Republicans shouldn't be working on passing bills, trying to lower the gun violence that's so high in their state. They shouldn't worry about trying to address any of the problems they've been clamoring about being such big issues for years now. No, they should just try to impeach Joe Biden, which is weird because, what does that help in terms of the issues they're talking about? Let's say hypothetically they could actually impeach him, right? Kamala Harris would just become the president, of whom is still a Democrat, of whom Republicans say is worse. So what would that even do in terms of getting them to the goals of helping their constituents, what their focus is actually supposed to be on? It's almost like none of them know how to legislate. It's almost like the right play would be for them to draft bills and pass it in the House and say, these are the bills that we have to tackle these problems and why you should vote for us and our nominees. But, I doubt that Marjorie even knows how to write bills. So instead, she's only focused on fulfilling some sort of revenge fantasy, of which they can't even get enough votes among Republicans to pass it past the House or get anything actually meaningful done in that regard.
Yeah, he is. He's fantastic. This guy right here is great. Standing up in there in the mucky swamp. Diane always has him in the mucky swamp. Yeah. But it's amazing.
Yeah, I don't really have words for this. I mean, outside of telling her to sign an NDA and he'd probably take her to a hotel room if that's all she wants to do. But I guess to Marjorie, this is what she calls politics. This is what she calls support. And it's just no wonder she defends the man so staunchly.
Currently, what I'd like to hear from our committee is that we need to be writing criminal referrals for Dr. Fauci.
Why do you think that is?
He's guilty of mass murder. I mean, he's an absolute monster. He should have his medical license revoked, and he should be charged and tried for crimes against humanity.
What should now that this conviction for Trump, what should the speaker do in retaliation of this conviction?
The Speaker of the House is one of the most powerful people in the country. We control the budget. We control the power of the purse. If Speaker Johnson actually supports President Trump like he claims, he should stop the special counsel, Jack Smith, and we should be using the power of the purse to hold New York accountable for the sham convictions.
Right. That was a sham conviction, but prosecuting Fauci for crimes against humanity would be totally legit. Sometimes I wonder if these things she says even make sense in her head or if she just steamrolls forward anyway. It's almost like Republicans just want to prosecute anyone against them for crimes, but the second it's their side, they just want to claim corruption. It's kind of weird how that works. MAGA will cite Robert Hur in his report on Biden's classified documents, even though Robert Hur was appointed by Trump. Doesn't that make it political persecution in their eyes? A Trump-appointed special counsel investigated Biden. Why is he directing his special counsels to do that? Oh, wait, I forgot. It's only when something happens to Trump that you dig up any reason to invalidate it. Right. I wonder if when Hunter Biden gets convicted, how many of these MAGAs will be crying that it's a sham and corrupt judicial system, or if they'll be talking about it as if it's a legitimate trial. I wonder why they never say that Bob Menendez is being politically persecuted. If I didn't know any better, I would say that they're just clearly showing their bias.